Hey, it's me, Steve. It's September 19th, 2017. Time's about 16:55. It is 74 degrees Fahrenheit out, and it is Geo-Rant time. This is probably going to be in several parts. I'm going to just talk about, well, what happens when asteroids, I'm just going to deal with asteroids, I'm going to deal with comets. What if an asteroid was to strike the Earth? Well, that's a pretty loaded question, and it's dependent on many factors. One of the main ones is, obviously one of the main big ones is size, which I'll get into in a second, but one of the other main types, or main factors, would be composition. Is it a stony meteorite? Is it an iron meteorite? Density, how fast this thing's moving, what's its trajectory? Is it, if it were to hit the Earth, would it do so at a glancing blow, or would it near 90 degrees? That can have, these things have huge variable consequences when they hit. If you want to talk about size, basically anything less than maybe 10 meters in size, if it were to hit the Earth, we'll just say this way, 90 or near 90 degrees. And if it were to hit Earth, about 10 meters in diameter. Actually, that's the size it reaches when it hits the Earth. Like I said, it depends on composition, velocity, all that stuff. But it would do a lot of damage depending on where it hit. Oh, and also another important factor would be ocean as opposed to land, or shallow marine environment, something like that. But basically, something 10 meters in size is going to cause a lot of local damage, no matter what it's made out of, what its trajectory is, or its velocity. In a local area, it's going to cause a big amount of damage. And I say local area, I'm talking in this case maybe within a kilometer. All right, it's not earth-ending or anything like that. As a matter of fact, most people are familiar with the KT asteroid impact. That's estimated to be about 10 kilometers across. And I believe the Yucatan Peninsula crater where it hit is about 250 kilometers across. And yeah, a lot of things died that day and the months and years following, but nowhere near as many as died at the Permian Triassic extinction. And we are pretty sure that one wasn't an asteroid. So, but the KT one was what, if I remember correctly, 60 to 70% of terrestrial marine macrolife went extinct, I think, something like that. So even something as big as that one, 10 kilometers across, very devastating, but didn't end life on Earth. All right. Now, in order to pretty much extinguish anything we would consider recognizable as life in total, you'd probably need something along the order of 100 kilometers or bigger. And there aren't too many of those. And as far as I know, there aren't too many in near-Earth orbit that size. But if you know differently, please let me know. So basically, it's... or if you don't already know, most meteors that come into our atmosphere burn up right away. They don't even reach the planet. You got Tunguska 1901, which was an airburst. And actually, if something like that explodes in the air, it's going to cause more aerial damage than if it smacks right on the ground. Because you got the ground in the way, and most of the energy is going to be transferred into the ground and immediately out. If you have an air burst, everything's just going to ricochet out in the atmosphere. And the atmosphere can shock waves can travel, do a lot of damage in the atmosphere. Obviously, waves travel faster through the denser median, but there's not too many things living that direction towards the core. So, anyway, that's just what I want to talk about. Just give you some background information on, and hope you learned something.